Happy Saturday, family.
Happy Saturday. We're out here. Oh, we're not testing?
No, we're not testing. This is
Oh,
live.
shit. This is live? Oh,
it's live
shit.
and direct.
Put my phone down there. Oh, shit. Okay, let's
Put
go.
your phone down.
So
Be live and direct. We're not even testing today. It looks good. I'm sure it's fine. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing, man? It's a good day. It's nice out.
How long has it been? It's been over a week since we last recorded.
Yeah, but we're gonna be coming in hot with these recordings this next couple of days.
Okay.
Maybe 2 or 3.
Man, I can't get over how nice it is out.
It's nice out. The shitty thing is, it's gonna be a little colder the next couple of days, but it's gonna pop back up.
I heard someone say the S word to me a couple of days. Yesterday, a couple times yesterday I heard it. And don't say that.
The thing is,
why you always gotta come on the podcast negative like that? Don't you?
Well, the thing is,
it's gonna rain at most.
At this point, if it snows, I just know there's gonna be a sunny day.
It's gonna rain at most.
It's gonna be a sunny day, like a couple days after. So I'm not even really worried about that. I can deal with a couple shitty days, but
I refuse to deal with anything other than rain. So, meteorologists, take note.
I actually like rain. You like rain?
I don't mind it.
I don't mind rain, yeah.
Reminds me at home.
No, back when I was in Texas, the rain was warm. So even if you got caught in the rain, it wasn't one of those. It kind of felt nice.
You know what? I think the new releases kind of trump what we got to talk about this week. But
yeah,
we can talk about whatever.
Crazy new releases.
We can talk about whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about Kanye. He said he wants an artist, someone who speaks his language.
Yeah. He's moving fast, hey.
Yeah, but
I guess the divorce is being finalized. They got the lawyers in the court. They got the assets being divided. They got the kids, having 2 Christmases. Imagine that being kids to like 2 billionaires. This
goes back to what we talked about before.
And they're divorced.
Can they even understand the magnitude of the position they're in?
Well, they're getting there. Like, what? North has got to be, like, pretty old now, right?
Yeah, like, can you imagine?
Like 7?
But even then, can you just imagine? Because the thing is, if you're born as the son of, or the daughter of Kim and Kanye, can you really imagine, like, what that's like? Like, it's just kind of like you hit the lottery type thing, but you don't really know, like, you hit the lottery. You just kind of...
Oh, you know
to a certain extent.
Have you seen how they live?
But nothing like me and you could think of, you know what I mean?
It's unfathomable.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, because me and you would be like, okay, but like at the same time, no.
Yeah, they're set. They're fine.
Set. They're good.
You know what? I think the thing is that they both care about their kids enough.
Yeah. Because I was reading, they want joint custody.
Yeah, exactly.
They both want joint
that's
custody.
That's what I'm saying. They're on the same page when it comes to that stuff, right?
What do you think about Kanye's pretty much saying that Kim isn't an artist? I guess she's more of like I guess she was more of a business person.
Like an influencer type.
Business type person. You know, she's...
Yeah, I guess so.
She kind of...
model to some degree?
I guess she's a wave starter, I guess. But I guess she directs the waves, if anything.
Not an actor, because she stars in reality TV, so it's not really acting.
Yeah, I'll put it more like an influencer. She starts waves.
Yeah, exactly. She is the influencer.
Yeah,
she's the influencer, what's good, right?
What's not good, right?
Like none of her sisters, even Kylie, doesn't compare to Kim, right? Like Kim is the influencer, right?
Yeah, and then so like you have Kanye, who I guess. Well, the thing is with wave, you can't really put the same analogy, but he just imagines and he creates things. Yeah, and then he hopes people like it, right?
That's
but
true.
Kim,
he is truly a creative.
Yeah, but Kim kind of just does things and then
she sets the precedent. Yeah,
exactly. So, so like,
I'd say like, it's not really fair to compare the two, right? Because like obviously Kim and Kanye live 2 completely different worlds, right?
Yeah.
So it's understandable for when he says that he wants to pursue a relationship with like a creative, someone who's on the same wavelength as him, someone who speaks the same language in his words, right?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're both very like powerful people. They direct. They do what they have to do until like.
Yeah, and if you just looked at it from an outside standpoint, I think we can only like assume that, like, you know, their lives kind of repel each other, right?
Exactly.
You know? Like they both have other shit going on. They're always busy doing something, right? So
if you were to ask me,
he said it, doing something. He said
Yay.
it.
Not to compare the two of them, but I'm gonna compare the two. But if you were to ask me, like Kanye, he has these like grand, ambitious, and boundless ideas that he tries to bring forth into the world that people might not understand at the time.
Yeah.
And then you go to like with Kim, she's more like, I wouldn't say practical, but she like has these like the way she moves is very calculated, very meticulous. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like she's doing things before anyone even realizes this is what she's doing, right? Yeah. Especially like controlling the media. And how, like, the media thinks they can, like, talk about Kim any certain way they want to.
Yeah, but right? If you think it's just Kim behind that...
it's way more than Kim, right? It's the whole team, right? It's the whole team, right? But they're, like, more calculated than you think because the media can write a story about Kim and at the end of the day, they can flip it into another way. They can flip it into more money. But the same thing with Kanye. He does it in a more, like, what looks to be chaotic manner.
Well, that's how the media portrays it, right? Yeah. Like they want to make it as outrageous as possible. That's why they've been the most like, the most covered couple in celebrity business for the last 10 years.
They're
right?
Just controversial. There's a lot of words.
There's a lot behind both of them, right? There's so much. You know, there's a sex tape. There's the MAGA shit. There's the whole all the kids that they had, you know, like there's so much, and there's a reality TV behind it, and there's multiple classic albums that outsold any of your favorite artists' albums tenfold.
They're literally the epitome of.
So just think before you guys come at Kanye's neck because I'm not here to hear it. Okay, they're having a good Saturday.
They're the epitome of all publicity is good publicity if you think about it. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and Kanye really embraces that, right? Yeah. Like he's like, I'm gonna fucking marry. I'm just gonna go ahead and marry the chick who's the front page of Pornhub's celebrity category, right?
I'm pretty sure that's
to this day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the most watched video.
So I've heard.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the most watched videos.
I don't know if she's still the head page, but I've just heard. I've never actually been there. I don't know. I don't know too much about that website.
Team No Fap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyways,
but
we got celebrities coming out of the cracks and the crevices. Well, not really plural, just Azalea Banks, which is like the last person that you want shooting her shot at you. You know?
Yeah, she shot her shot pretty aggressively. And the thing is, for me, I don't know about you, as a guy, I like to pursue, like for lack of better words, pursue the hunt a little. I like to go out.
Exactly. You want to have a little something,
a bit of a challenge.
Right? Even if you know it's a sure thing, you kind of want to wait it out because, like, you know, I feel like the suspense and you know the overall like. You know, if you wait a little bit, I think it's a little bit sweeter in the end.
Yeah, right? No, I like a bit of a challenge because if a girl is just overly aggressive and she's like, fuck me, or whatever, like, and it's kind of like, yo, hold up.
It's kind of a red flag.
Yeah, because I'm a guy. Yeah,
I mean, to be fair though, like, I'm all about, you know, women having, you know, like full control of their bodily autonomy, right?
And sexuality, you know.
And being in charge of their sexuality, you know, like I'm not saying like, you know, like fucking on the first date is a bad thing. I'm just saying overall, you know, like there's some fun to be had when you're, you know,
there's fun in the
when you got the back and the forth, you know.
Yeah, there's fun in the pursuit. You don't want anything that's just handed to you because the thing is, at the end of the day, it's like I watched this. It was Stand Up by Cat Williams. It's really old.
Okay,
you probably watched it.
Okay.
And then so pretty much he's talking about how like there's a lion in the cage.
Yeah.
And then he's just kind of just chilling there day in day out.
Okay.
He doesn't really get to hunt. People come in, they take pictures of him. and like they give him his meat or whatever, but then like a motherfucker fell in the cage. And he's been waiting for the day where he can actually show these guys that what he's capable of.
Yeah, he's a bloodthirsty animal, right?
Yeah, but like that's not the analogy we're gonna use for men. But like to a lot of less extent, like there's a thrill in the hunt. There's a thrill of like having a girl that's kind of like resistive, and like not like okay. This sounds bad. This is 2021. It's gonna sound bad regardless of what I say. But it's just kind of like you want to just like have fun. You don't want to just hand it to you on a silver platter.
For the thrill of the cunt.
Yeah. Like just there's some fun in like just being like, okay, hey, what's up?
Yeah, exactly. We're all animals at heart, right? Like we have these animal instincts, and yeah, sure, let's act on them. But like again, like this is another one of our animal instincts is to pursue something that we know will ultimately benefit us more so in the end than what's the old you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man a fish, he eats for the rest of his life. I feel like there's and now I'm comparing Now I'm comparing, pursuing a relationship where you don't fuck on the first date to, the thirst for knowledge. At
the end of the day, it's gonna sound bad no matter what.
Welcome back to the Doing Something podcast, where we suck at analogies.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, you guys know what we mean.
Yeah,
it's not
deep. I think what we can all agree on is we do not want Azealia Banks shooting shots at us. Remember that Elon Musk shit where she was saying oh yeah, Elon wanted to have a threesome with me and Grimes. It's
something about acid.
That's
and
cap.
That shit, right?
That's cap.
Yeah, but no, it goes back to the thing is everyone wants something they can't have necessarily, right?
True.
And then even I would imagine a girl or a woman. If a guy just comes out the floodgates I want to fuck you she's gonna be turned off by it. It's okay,
exactly. But if you maintain that kind of air of mystery,
exactly.
you're tall, dark, and mysterious, or in my case, average height, pasty and mysterious.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a dance.
Exactly. We're doing the salsa out here, okay?
Yeah, it's
we're doing the mamba,
and that's just how it goes. But Azealia
Banks, doing the mamba, and I'm not talking the horizontal one.
Because I seen what Azealia Banks said, and she was saying some pretty outrageous.
It was pretty nice. Yeah.
It was me and Kanye would have the black baby that the world, not quote for quote, world that feared the most. She's y'all are gonna be in jail. He's gonna be she was we deserve to have a Sagittarius baby or something crazy. And I was I'm a Sagittarius baby. I was what's that supposed to mean? You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, that...
But she was saying some wild shit.
That means you're going to die within the year, because apparently you're going to be reincarnated as Kanye and Azealia Banks' baby.
That would be crazy. Oh, shit, I can't die in a year.
Would you do it?
No.
Would you take that?
No.
But you don't have a chance. You don't have a choice.
If I don't have a choice, but I wouldn't want to, but yeah. I guess if I don't have a choice, that's what's gonna happen.
That's one of the better reincarnations, I guess.
As long as I'm fucking, I'm artistic.
No one would blame you for being a demon then because your mom's a fucking witch.
Exactly.
Or just a psycho bitch. I don't know. Witch, psycho bitch, who knows the difference nowadays, right?
Exactly. But
who knows the difference?
But that's what I'm hoping for Kanye and Kim's kids. It goes back to the whole, who was that? North? No, it wasn't North. Who was the one that drew the painting?
I don't know. It's one of them.
It was one of them. They drew the painting, and then people were like, "Oh, your kid couldn't have possibly done that because it's impossible because my kid could never do that." And it goes, but at the end of the day, okay.
Yeah, your kid is also not fathered by the genius that is Kanye West.
Exactly, and they probably don't have the resources and all that stuff, right? So, that's another thing. I'm hoping that Kim and Kanye's or any kids that they have, and then because Azealia Banks was saying that their kid would be some great fucking demigod or even demon. So I'm just hoping, I'm hoping the best for those kids, and I'm hoping that they do make things of themselves.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the kids in this point.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about Kanye at this point. You know, Kim's fine, the kids are fine, they all do fine. Kanye, I hope he does good. I hope he does good, and I hope he doesn't take Azealia Banks on an offer. But anyways, while we're on the topic of demons, so we got your boy Youngboy. He's currently going through trial for whatever the fuck that is.
A
What,
bunch of
gun
gun
charges,
charges,
all
yeah.
that shit,
talked about
the
it before.
usual. The usual.
Yeah.
What did he say? You pled not guilty?
Yeah.
Attaboy. Fake it till you make it, young boy.
And he's got the same lawyer Gucci Mane had.
Same lawyer that Gucci hired to get. Well, like, what was the whole precedence of that case? I don't know.
Well, it was pretty much like it was. From what I remember, it was a self-defense type thing. Some guys ran up into his house.
That one. Okay.
Yeah, and then he killed them both, or he killed one of them. One of the guys ran.
One of the guys ran,
right? So it was like one of those. So like at that point, was he really guilty?
Yeah, right? Exactly. So let's hope the best for Youngboy. I feel like that's one of the better guys you can have on your team, right?
I seen something like on Twitter. It was like, now Youngboy really feels like Gucci Mane in 2000.
Yeah, that ass, yo. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty funny because he manifested that shit.
Yeah, he manifested.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. Do you believe in like that manifestation type shit? Anything you attract into the universe?
To some extent, exactly. You see these crystals on my desk.
Yeah, we see.
You know what I'm about. I think intentions bring a lot to your life, whether it's good or bad, right? And ultimately, whether you believe in it or not, right? I feel like the way that you go about, like the way you start your day and how you think it's gonna go, right? That'll affect the rest of the day, and ultimately the rest of your life, right? Anyone can wake up and have a bad day and feel like the world's against them and have a shitty day, and then sometimes they end up, I don't know. Take any of the mass shootings that happened in the last 20 years.
I read something, and it was like the attitude that you give out in the world is going to be the attitude they give back. Like, so let's say someone says, "Hey, good morning, how are you?" You're going to be like, "Yo, like, yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?" Even if that person's having an all right day, like, "I'm doing pretty good, actually." Exactly. There's more likely of a chance of them to reflect that fucking like energy back at you. But if you're like, "Oh, like my day's kind of shitty," they're gonna be more inclined.
Totally. And I've seen it firsthand so many times, especially in the work that I do. Like I deal with a lot of people, and a lot of people in some bad situations, right? Or just some overall bad life experiences, right?
Yeah.
But if you can, start off the, like kind of like interaction, with a positive mind frame and positive like setting, right?
Yeah.
You'll typically see something in return like that, or at least some common courtesy.
Exactly.
Right?
They'll be like, "Oh, like I'm not doing too good," but like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you like start off and you're not like, I'm not saying like, how's your day going? There's not really trauma that comes with that. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like if you say, "How's your day going?" and you're like, "Oh no, like my day's kind of going pretty bad." They're gonna be more like, if there's something going on in their life or like something that's been upsetting them, they're gonna be more likely to share that with you. Right?
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, like, yeah, no, like, this,
totally.
Right? But, like, then it's kind of like you guys are now, like, that's the bond. Yeah. So if you can keep something positive going on, it's better.
You know what? Next time someone asks me, like, how you doing today? Be like, I'm kind of feeling like Gucci Mane in 2006.
Yeah. You're like, oh, actually, like, you know what? I'm dealing with like some criminal charges right now.
Well, I'm feeling kind of paranoid right now because I thought I seen some sirens outside. I'm not sure if it was the ambulance. I'm not sure if it was the police, but I got a warrant out for my arrest right now. Ooh. So
yeah, no, they'll reflect that, right? So like you usually want to give out like good energy if you can. You know what I mean? But like someone between like me and you, if like my day's going bad, I'll tell you my day's going bad, and I know that you can actually relate on a more than like just a surface level. Yeah, surface level.
Are you saying my life's shitty?
No, I'm just you know what I'm saying? Like we've known each other for a while, so if I say my day's not going too well, you're gonna understand more than like just like a 1-2 thing, right? With some random guy or like some like a customer or client of yours, right?
Yeah,
it's gonna be more deeper than that, right? And then we can actually work it out.
For sure.
But no, like my mom is pretty spiritual in that sense, and like for the longest time I didn't understand it. But like it's one of those, if you don't understand it, I don't think you should doubt it, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of faith. You can't just be shrugging everything off like everything's bullshit. That's pretty nihilistic. Exactly. And I've kind of grown out of that. Yeah. I used to be, kind of doom and gloom about life, but you gotta grow as a person. You gotta take things into perspective and stuff like that, right? And yeah, totally. Like I totally encourage everybody to manifest all their wildest dreams, right? I don't think for a second anybody's paying Moneybag Yo $125K a show. But he's tweeting about it, so I just take that as him manifesting.
I believe it.
You think so?
I believe it. But at this, because he was
pre any Lil Baby features, no, not a chance.
Because the thing is, he's been dropped. If you look at his numbers on YouTube and like his streaming numbers, he's doing numbers. I believe it only because he has been doing good. He's been showing out. But up until recently, yeah, no one was really ever taking him seriously as an artist, right? Even myself. I really like Moneybag Yo, but up until like maybe a year ago, I was like, I just never thought this guy was even a good rapper.
You know what the funny thing is like I used to get him confused with Black Youngster.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to get him confused because they just both look like
they look like some old heads that just hang around like the young niggas.
Yeah, they look like 45-year-olds in a 32-year-old's body, exactly. And also they look like they got an extra chromosome.
Yeah, no, they just look like these really rough guys that don't have like they just look like rough guys. But
Moneybag Yo and Black Youngster, the guys who are starting those fights over those Popeyes spicy chicken sandwiches.
Exactly, they just look.
They
look like some next guys. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna at the end of the day, if I have to, I'm gonna fight Little Baby. I'm never gonna want to fight Little Baby. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna fight Black Youngster or Moneybag Yo because these guys look like they have nothing to lose.
Of course you're gonna fight Little Baby. Little Baby is like 5'11".
No, but like the thing is, like, okay, Little Baby, I know he's about it, but like Black Youngster, would you fight that guy or like would you want to have smoke with that guy? Because he looks like he has nothing to lose.
Hell no. He's one of those guys who wears leather jackets and the Velcro wallets with the chains on that attach to your jeans.
Exactly. He's like one of these guys. He doesn't think before anything, right? But that's what I used to think about Moneybag Yo. But like recently, I'm like, yo, this guy comes out with bangers consistently. He's good, and now like people are starting to take him more seriously. And 125K a show, it might be a reach. He even said he didn't believe it. He was like, I can't believe I'm making 125K.
Yeah, I don't believe it either, Moneybag Yo.
I can maybe one.
I don't believe it.
Maybe
either.
One show. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Moneybag Yo, he's been proving himself time and time again. So maybe it's gonna.
Yeah, I guess it's a different scenario in the States when it comes to like shows because people are actually going out and doing shows, especially in Texas. But like that's for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But, well, like Texas is like completely on ass and shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and today I heard that like they passed this like bill where. Okay, so Texas has been like probably the loosest on like gun laws. Yeah. You live there, right? Yeah, so you know about that shit, right? They got guns everywhere, right?
Yeah, it's
the Wild West, truly.
True.
Woo! Yeah.
Shout out to Chuck.
Yeah, so they got no masks, and now they passed this bill where like you can just carry a gun without a permit. It's like, if you need a gun, you can just have a gun. You don't even need a permit now.
But that's what I don't like.
For concealed carry or open carry. But you're just like, fuck it.
But that's not what I don't like. Because
where's the rules? I don't understand.
Because the thing is...
Can convicts... Can they
anyone can now, right? No. But that's pretty much how it's always been. But like now there's an actual thing where you don't need a permit or anything, right? But that's where it comes to the point where like... But mostly Texas, it's not a very urban area. There is urban areas, but like it's like modern, but it's not urban like a downtown, like a metropolis type place, right?
Like even Houston is probably pretty fucking.
Yeah, no, it's more widespread. There is a downtown, but most people they live like in their own neighborhoods, in their own like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like it's people there and there, so like there's never gonna be really like imagine that, but like. It's here, and you're walking downtown, and some guy, like, you know how it is. Some guy will just be, like, aggravated with his own life or whatever, and then he'll just try to, like, aggravate you. They'll pick a fight with you.
Yeah, we turn into America real quick.
And then you're like, oh, just leave me alone, man, or whatever. Or like, yo, like, just leave me, like, whatever you say, right? But now this guy has a gun. This guy that's unhinged, he has a gun. and you're living in like a downtown area. Like,
Yeah,
he's gonna fucking shoot you.
It's like if you legalize like carrying around like bear mace like all the time. Like
Exactly.
people still do it, right?
Yeah.
But like if that was just like legal to just like do that in city limits and just like for the pursuit of just having it on you for no fucking reason, it'd be a lot more scary, right?
No, it'd be a lot more scary because some guy could try to fuck with you and you're just kind of like, yo, like, nah, or whatever.
See, because that's like one of the scariest things that you can interpret in the streets here, right? Is just like someone pulls out a kind of bear mace. It's most of the time probably empty, but you never know, man. You could get sprayed and you're like, fuck that. I'm not down
You
for
could
that.
literally get sprayed for doing
And we were just talking about this earlier, right? Like if it's like if you get like pulled into this like kind of confrontation like that, it's like, are you running or are you scrapping? It's like, you know, you gotta weigh your options, right?
Yeah.
There's a time and a place, right? You gotta pick your battles. But if I get a bad feeling like that, it's just like if I'm in a bad area, it's like, okay, I gotta see where's the nearest exit. Am I cornered? You know.
Yeah, you try to get out of it.
Because like I feel like there's some bear mace that's coming out of this guy's
because you
pocket,
try to ignore
right?
the situation as much as possible, but sometimes there's not really ignoring it, right?
Exactly.
So, it's
So
like,
you gotta face it.
yeah, because even
on.
now, like we don't really have guns here, but like you expect, like if a person like that comes up to you, you expect at least they have a knife.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So you can't even really
in downtown like that.
Even if you think you can take him, you can't really like just start swinging because this guy might have a knife. One stab, and it's not one of those. You're having a
I guess you never know though, right?
Exactly, right? But like
I heard a statistic that like most people who like pull out a knife in an altercation, like 80% of the time they get stabbed with their own knife. So
that's pretty wild.
So I want to be that, you know, like where I'm just like
exactly.
Sasa.
Because no, exactly. Because there's a person that I know. I really care about him. And I gave him, like, they work in, like, a pretty sketchy neighborhood, right? So I gave them a knife just to, like, you know, like okay, like, here, take this. I'm like, but don't use it unless you literally have to. And if you have to, make sure that they don't fucking grab it out of you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you pull out a fucking knife, now it's serious. And if they can take it away from you and you were the one that pulled it out, you're gonna get fucking stabbed.
Exactly, because like that's the thing is like if you feel like the situation has escalated to that point and then you escalate it even further by bringing out like something that's potentially life threatening, that's where shit gets hairy, right?
Exactly.
It can go both ways.
Because the thing is, if you pull out the knife, who's gonna get blamed, right?
Yeah, it can go both ways. Man.
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot rougher. And
shit.
But the thing is too, in Canada, pepper spray is legal. And I feel like that would probably, like, it's kind of one of those. Like, yeah, I would think, like, having pepper spray around would be a lot more safer than people just wielding knives and
Yeah, totally.
Next shit, right?
Yeah.
Because you can have a knife, but you can't have pepper spray.
I'm pretty sure you can have, like, low grade, like, pepper spray. Like,
something like that, right?
Like, not like dog spray, I guess is what it's considered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you can have that, so that's fair.
You can have a knife, you can have a baton, and you can't have peppers. It's kind of weird to me, right?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just gotta gauge it. It's like, do I really need to be walking around at this time, going to this place, right?
Because I live downtown, and a lot of the times, like even before the sun comes down, the sun comes probably sets like 8:30, 9 o'clock now. If I need to go somewhere like to get some stuff for dinner or whatever, if it's 7 o'clock, I always like weigh it out. I'm like, do I even want to get...
Yeah.
It's not even about, like, being in danger. It's like, do I want to get harassed today?
Exactly, because you also get a gauge like the time of the week. It's Saturday night, you know, like it's like that time, you know, there's going to be a lot of people out. There's going to be a lot of people like going crazy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I guess like out in Ontario, like that's probably way worse than where we're at right now. But they got like full-on curfews and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And I guess the cops, like, they pass this shit where, like, they can, like, stop you and, like, see where you're going and stuff like that and try to fine you. Which is fucking bullshit. Because, like, you know, like, if you're stuck in a lockdown, you can't get out and get some fresh air. You can't go for a walk.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Fuck that, man. You can do that.
The thing is, like...
Cops can't stop you for that. I know my charter rights and freedoms, man.
Yeah,
I know.
They're like, pushing it too far because the thing is you can impose these lockdowns, but at the end of the day, people are going to want to live their lives the way they want to live it.
And, like, the hugest, like, anti-maskers, like, movement is coming from, like, over there in Ontario.
Yeah.
Like they feel the most depressed right now.
There was riots in Montreal
Last week. Crazy, man. Like all sorts of shit. Like you seen that shit on the highways in just outside of Toronto?
I haven't seen.
They had like all those truckers like block off the highways and shit for the most part. Like obviously they left the lane open for like emergency vehicles and shit. But yeah, they had like truckers blocking it off and like honking their horns and shit like that. It's getting hairy.
Because it becomes dystopian when you try to protect people from themselves when people don't even want to be protected from themselves.
It totally is.
Because
it totally is.
At the end of the day, if someone who's actually worried about COVID, they would stay inside. They would get their little like unemployment benefits, whatever, if they could, right? And then they would stay inside. They would get their groceries delivered to them. They would get anything that they needed delivered to them. And if they wanted to go outside, they would.
Yeah.
And then you have people.
Here's the thing where I stand with it, right? It's just like I think we're focusing on the wrong issues, right?
Yeah.
You lock down people. That just who suffers? Who suffers the most? Small businesses, small local businesses who like can't stay open. Like restaurants and stuff like that. Fuck that, dude. People want to go out. They know the risk. They want to take the risk. That's fine, right?
Exactly.
And you can't be blaming people for spreading this shit to other people because all the people who are going out and doing this shit are doing it consensually.
They're doing it themselves.
For the most part. There's obviously... it's not 100% across the board. That's the thing. It makes it so... It makes it so dividing, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, where should our priority be? It should be on the vaccines. If you feel like that makes everybody as a whole safer, you should be pushing for more vaccine rollouts. And the thing is, when compared to America, I guess we're extremely lacking.
Oh, no.
They've got over 50% of their population already vaccinated.
Yeah. Last time I checked...
And we have less than 1 million?
No, last time I checked, it was about a week ago, 2.41% of the population had both of their vaccine. And I'm thinking, okay, like, we need to at least have, like, I was like, okay, you want to open these businesses, you want to keep these businesses open, but obviously they don't. But, like, at least have the people that are, like, okay, they had their paramedics, they had all the healthcare workers, and people that are elderly get vaccinated first. Then go to the people that are working at the grocery stores, that are working at restaurants in these high traffic areas, get vaccinated. Because they're the ones that are like dealing with...
Start with them.
They're the ones that are dealing with the most people. So if they're immune, they can't give it to other people, right?
All I'm saying is, like, if you guys trust in this shit so much, like, let's push for that. Let's push for that rollout. Let's get our supplies, let's get our resources, let's get our shit in a basket, man.
Exactly.
Enough with this fucking around. We should not be talking about curfews and lockdowns at this point when we're on our almost third wave. We should be talking about this fucking vaccine that you guys have fucking greenlit for the last 4 months. No, 5 months.
People are just fucking...
Let's fucking get on that.
People are fucking over it. They're tired. They're like, why the fuck...
We're all over it, man.
Yeah, like, at the end of the day, like...
We're all over it. Fucking pick something.
Yeah.
That's the thing with these politicians. They're fucking useless, man. They take fucking 3 years to do something that would take 2 fucking weeks.
Exactly. But I did see something. And you know how they're vaccinating the people that are older first. The most vulnerable. The people that probably don't even go outside the most. Besides the point, apparently they have the Edmonton Expo Center. They can vaccinate 6,000 people a day. One day, only 400 people showed up, and the day before, only 250 people showed up.
Extremely low, yes, but...
But, like, if you have this capacity, I'm saying, let people that aren't currently eligible to be vaccinated, vaccinate.
Exactly.
Like, if there's no lineups...
Let's skip the bullshit.
Yeah, if there's no lineups, have two separate lineups.
Look, we got 4,600 spare fucking vaccines to go through today. Do you want to come down? Get on the cold calling, man. That's that easy.
Have separate lineups. It's not that hard. That's the thing I'm not understanding.
And that's the thing. These people want to make us believe that it is like such a difficult process and all these bureaucratics and bullshit. It's not. It's not.
At the end of the day, it's common sense.
Cut the fucking red tape, man.
Because I'm telling you, if
where we live, They don't fuck with red tape, man. Let's get this shit over and done with. People want to work. People want to do their shit. People want to live their lives. Let's cut the fucking bullshit, man. Anyways, that's my rant. And honestly, I'm done talking about, like, that's the most I've talked about this whole COVID bullshit in a long time.
But yeah.
But you know what? I think this is a good time for us to move on to our weekly pick segment because we got a lot to go through. And honestly, the world sucks right now. So I just want to talk about all the great music that just dropped.
That's been coming out
within the last week here. So here we go. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
This is the segment that I've been looking forward to for the last 48 hours. I already knew before this shit even dropped that this is going to be our main topic of discussion.
Yeah, I had a question for you.
What's up?
Question for you. Did you know Slime Language 2 was going to drop on Thursday?
Yeah.
You knew?
Yeah, because he announced on Monday.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay.
I kind of touched on it in earlier podcasts about like the singles when they were dropping. That was like
that was speculation.
That was
right?
That was 3 months ago. As I knew it was dropping soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know. So like now that's out, and I can only expect that there's gonna be a new Thug album coming soon. But this will hold me over until then. And holy shit,
bangers,
dude! At first, people were asking me. They're like, "What are your favorite tracks?" And I always told them like the first 8 tracks. But then I looked at it today and I was listening. Like probably today was like my 10th or 11th listen through today, and I'd say the first 14 tracks are all just like, you know, I would play that over and over and over again. In comparison to Slime Language, the first Slime Language, definitely better.
Better.
The feature list is bigger. The track list is, I think, a little bit longer. And you hear from some new people that you never heard from before. I don't know who YTB Trench is, but damn, that guy kills it. He's got a crazy voice. And we got FN the Dealer. I don't know who he is, but good verse on his track too. And then you got all your usual suspects and all the main people that you expect from YSL. You got two Thug's 2 sisters, Hydora, and I think Dolly White is his other sister. Anyways, he got 2 of his sisters signed to his label. Real ass motherfucker. You know, you got Uzi on a track, you got Lil Baby on a track, you got
Drake.
Come on, man. You got Drake on a track. Hold on, let me pull up this track list here. You got Future, you got Travis Scott, Rowdy Rebel. Come on, man.
Big Sean.
We'll allow him. Big Sean had a good verse. That was a good track. Nav. Who else? We got YNW Melly. Young Blue. That's the guy who had that one track with Drake, right? Your Mind Still? Young Blue?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, they got Kid Cudi on the track, dude. And that one was mixed by Alex Toomey. I don't know if you know Alex Toomey is.
Who is that?
Alex Toomey is like one of the industry's greatest mixers.
Yeah.
Like he mixed like a lot of previous Thug projects like Butter 6. He had a heavy involvement in that one.
Yeah.
So much fun. He was on a couple tracks mixing and mastering those. The first Slime Language, just so many. The Super Slimy, he was on that. He's been working with Thug for years, right?
Okay, yeah. No, the thing is, today I was like, let me wait till I'm here because I know you're a big Thug fan. Yeah. I said, let me wait till I'm here to listen to it with Rob. I was like, because the thing is, on these KRK speakers, I was like, I'm not gonna listen to this.
You can't listen
with
to
my
it.
little headphones, with my little Apple headphones or whatever. I was like, let me wait till I'm here to listen to it, and I'm glad that I did because the thing is, I came here. We came to hang out. We listened to the whole thing. And that was fucking amazing.
So typically, when new releases come out, we'll listen to a couple tracks. We'll listen to the ones they got the more like standout features. We'll check those ones out. The ones that kind of catch our eye. This one, any Slime project, we're listening all the way through. We listened all the way.
Future was on there. We forgot to say that. Future was on there.
No, we said that.
Yeah, okay.
But Future was on that shit. Like I said, we got Kid Cudi. We had Skepta. They had Skepta.
I saw that. I seen that earlier. I was excited.
They brought out everybody, dude, and not to mention some of the more standout artists. Keed's got a couple tracks. Lil Keed. We got Yak Gotti on a couple tracks. He goes crazy.
The thing is, I feel like, honestly, this is one of the best projects I've heard in a long time, and I can say that honestly. And I don't really say that for albums. Because a lot of the times I do listen to albums, I might like tracks here and there. But a lot of the times I don't like a lot of songs on projects. Because a lot of the times some guys don't put projects together the same way they should.
Well, obviously, right? I may be a little bit biased, because I just love anything that they drop. But this one just blew me out of the water. Like I'm more and more into it every time that I listen to it.
Yeah.
It's just I can't get enough of it. I listened to it 10, 11 times already.
I literally think I probably got I'll probably put up to 10 albums that I can say are really good albums. And I would put guys like The Weeknd on there. Obviously Kanye's on there.
Yeah.
Drake had some good albums. Polo G. And this one was surprising because me, I'm like I like Young Thug, I like it YSL, but I'm not a big fan. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But this was crazy. Little Baby obviously had a good track, and I feel like also one thing I have to get out is I feel like Gunna needed something like this.
Yeah, because his last two releases were pretty
they were forgettable.
They were. I mean, Drip or Drown 2 was pretty good, but the one they what did he release after that? Did he release anything?
Wanna, that was completely forgettable.
Wanna was so forgettable. Unfortunately,
no one came back.
There's three tracks that are good on it, and two of those are from the deluxe.
And that was when people wanted Gunna to. They were on the wave. They wanted Gunna to win.
Exactly, and I was actually going to touch on this. Is that the fact that if this was the same YSL. YSL wasn't even a thing 10 years ago, right? Because it's Thug's label outside of his imprint, right? And just the fact that YSL is getting so much media coverage, getting so much publicity, every single, because I follow pretty much all the people, right? So it was on Gunna's Instagram, it was on Yak Gotti's, it was on Thug's, it was on
Diddy's.
Uzi, Diddy fucking did the ski challenge. Everybody was promoting this shit, and even beforehand, before ski even dropped, it was a TikTok sensation, right? That was a huge TikTok trend. So I'd just like to say shouts out to the fucking management of this imprint of this label for putting so much emphasis on the promotion of this release. And just the overall promotion of all the songs, it went number one in the US, it went number one in Canada, Netherlands it was number one, in the UK it was number one, I think in Mexico it was number one. It was just all over the place. Number ones across the board within the first day.
Yeah, because the thing is, what was the last Thug album? It was So Much Fun.
So Much Fun, yeah.
I like that album. I had to grow on that a little bit, but that was one of the songs. It was 2019. I remember that. It was 2019. And I'm pretty sure even into 2020 I was listening to the album. there was a lot of really good songs on that album. And then
So
I
many.
remember I asked you.
So many, and that's
I asked you in the group chat because I hadn't listened to this yet, and I said, "So Much Fun" or "Slime Language 2." And I think you were like, you don't know yet, but you're like,
I was leaning more towards Slime Language,
too.
man. Slime Language
Now
2.
that I've listened to it, man, I can't wait to just listen to this. I can't wait for the music videos that are gonna come out for this. This is a good project.
Well, that's the thing. Like Ski is like obviously the standout single from that one, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't even a single. It didn't drop until the actual album dropped.
Yeah.
But that's like I said, it was a TikTok and sensation before it even dropped, and that was just a snippet, right? And I think it's kind of cool how it juxtaposises the one of the lead singles from So Much Fun, which is Surf with Gunna, right? And it's kind of the same cadence. Surf, 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 surfing. You know, and it's kind of the same cadence, kind of the same kind of, and like I get it. When you're an artist like Thug who releases just a plethora of music, eventually you're gonna follow some of these same formulas. You're gonna have the same cadence in some way or another. You're gonna have the same rhythms for your melodies, whatever your chorus. You know, there's gonna be some similarities that you can draw. I even called it when he released Lil Baby off of So Much Fun. I make Forbes every year, little baby. That's the same cadence the same rhythm that Future uses in The Wizard when he dropped First Off with Travis Scott. So you got Lil Baby. It's like, fuck it by a pink Mercedes. I make more than a way. Sorry, I may be getting them mixed up, but it's the same rhythm. So even then, he took from like some Future shit that dropped earlier that year.
And one thing I did notice too, there was a lot of features on this album, but a lot of these guys were rapping to like the same kind of like they kept it in a little.
It's slime, dude. It's
yeah,
slime
they didn't
language.
keep it in a box because a box would be insulting the album, but they kept it in a way where everyone who was on the album was rapping a certain way.
Well,
and they stayed so like the album just had its own structure.
Well, that's the thing. It's a collaboration album, right?
Yeah.
It's the showcase of the YSL label, right? So that's why they got all these features on it, because it's all a collaboration. There's going to be features on every single one.
What I'm trying to say is that everyone that featured in the album, they stayed in a certain
it's
kind
slime
of way.
language. That's the whole point. It's a slime language.
Oh, you just blew my whole shit.
You gotta read.
You just blew my whole shit.
Exactly.
Ah! Oh shit! It's a language.
Slap.
Don't look at me like that, Zeta. It's a language.
It's a language.
No.
See?
No. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. No, it's a language, people. It's a language. Now
That's why the whole
it's slime
whole
language 2. Oh my god.
You look like Anthony Fantano, man.
He's a genius. I understand now. I understand.
Yeah.
Now. I understand.
It's the language.
Well, I'm beginning to understand. I don't think I understand.
That's
yet.
why the cover is like all the people who are like signed to YSL is on it.
Oh no.
And yo, this is what I want to bring up too. It's so funny. I realized it earlier, but like it's like they got all these people, but not all these people were there for the actual picture, because if you look at the cover, this person's photoshopped in. This guy definitely like.
Holy shit! Slime language 2. These niggas are talking a different language.
They're talking a different language, man. If
Anyways.
you're not hip to it right now, I don't think
Honestly,
you'll ever catch up. So
we got a lot of other things that we gotta talk about, a lot of new releases, but I don't think it was gonna do it justice if we even talk about that shit right now. What do you think? Because at the end of the day, this was just one listen. I had one listen and I was like, man, this is fucking good. And coming from me, the last album that I thought was actually a good project, you might not agree with me, was Polo G's Dying Legend.
no, it wasn't bad.
That was in 2019. I think. Yeah, it was in 2019.
Gotta be 2020.
No, it was 2019. It was definitely 2019.
Apollo G wasn't a thing in 2019.
No, he wasn't like a big thing, but like that was his debut album, right?
Was it?
And then I was like, man, I tweeted about it like 3 times. I was like, man, that's a fucking good project. And then there's like projects like The Weeknd, the trilogy. How long was that ago? That was like fucking 2012.
10 years ago.
That was 2011, 20. You know what I mean? And then I got like Channel Orange by Frank Ocean. That was even before that. And then I got like Kanye projects, and I got like some Kendrick projects in there. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, man, this is a really good. Well,
I'll tell you this much. I don't think Slam Language 2 is album of the year. You know why? Because I know Thug hasn't released yet.
What Thug is going to release?
Whatever Thug releases is going to be better than this one.
Be insane.
Tenfold.
Tenfold?
That's the thing, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, 6 years ago, no one gave a shit about Young Thug. Barter 6 just dropped, right? But, like, that was it, right? Like, people were like, okay, that's cool. I like with that, you know? But no one was backing Thug like that, right?
Yeah.
And now, like, he's on the biggest tracks. He's on radio singles. All of his artists are doing well. Gunna's huge. He's done huge tracks with, you know, Drake several times. Lil Baby. Some of the biggest artists in the world. Like, everybody's fucking with the slime. Right? Everybody's fucking with YSL.
Yeah.
And I don't think...
No, the thing is, you saw the vision. Because I'm not going to lie, I think it was probably 2016, 2017. This was you, and you were talking about Young Thug. You guys were like, this guy's the GOAT. And honestly, I wasn't on the wave. So I thought you were fucking with me. And then I remember the day. Where I realized, I was like, oh shit, this is Young Thug. He's actually good. Because the thing is, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the voice or like whatever it was. I never really tuned into Young Thug. But then I was like, yo, this guy's actually like a genius. But at that day, I didn't think he was a genius. But I was like, okay, this guy's actually...
People don't want to give me my flowers before I die. Fonny's the only one.
But that's the thing. Because a lot of the times, when someone's like proclaiming something, like such like a big statement like that, especially when it comes to music, where you're like, oh, this guy's really fucking good. Like, me and you could both agree, like Kanye West, for example. Niggas will be like, oh, Kanye's a genius. A lot of people don't understand.
You're so right. You're so right, Fonny. A lot of people like to let memes or music blogs or just general tabloids influence their music taste when they should be listening to the actual fucking music, man. People focus too much on, the artist's image or whatever the fuck, or their antics or whatever. They don't focus enough on the music. What they need to focus on is what is actually being presented as that art, right? Because if you're not critical of that, I know most people who still use the term mumble rap fucking listen to some bullshit. Fucking they're either still listening to Eminem, or they're listening to some bullshit fucking dad rock like AC/DC. Hey, buddy, that was 50 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
Live in the now.
If you say mumble rap right now, I'm gonna say you haven't listened to rap since 2016, or you just don't listen to rap anymore.
Yeah, I'm also gonna say that you're a fucking nerd, and I'm gonna give you a noogie because that's what you deserve. Like, you shouldn't be talking on shit that you don't know about. So why the fuck are you even trying? Anyways, I'm done with my elitism when it comes to that shit. But yeah, check out Slang Language 2. We uploaded a bunch of those tracks to our weekly podcast Spotify playlist. We got a couple more things that we want to hit on this list here that we really like this week. I think we're going to start off with... well, it didn't really drop this week, but the music video dropped this week for the new Jay Critch single. Fonny, have you heard that one?
Yeah, I liked it.
Talk?
Actually, yeah, it was alright. Like, It was
The
a
thing
little.
is, I feel like he's been releasing like a lot of singles and stuff like that. But I'm like I feel like this has been going on for like 2 years now. I'm just wondering when he's gonna drop a new project. I'm
Yeah,
really,
no, like that track was a little. It was okay. It wasn't bad. Like it wasn't bad, but like I expect more from a nigga with like J Cole because Jay Critch. Sorry.
He said it.
Jay Critch because I feel like he's got a lot of potential, and this track seemed a little lazy.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like he is getting a little bit stagnant, right? And I don't want him to fall into that same little DaBaby groove. You know what I mean? DaBaby has the same fucking flow. I feel like he's kind of getting into that groove, and I just like I want to see him like kind of hop out of that. But you know, like as long as he's getting money, man, he's doing good. I'm here for it, man. So shout out Jake Critch. You know we're a big fan over here. We did that K Camp song. I don't know if you heard that one. That single that he dropped. It was okay. I don't know too much about K Camp.
Yeah, it was. What was
but I know
standout track. What was that called?
Oh fuck, I don't know what his breakout single was, but like you know, everybody's heard of him, right? Everybody's heard of him. But the one that he dropped this week was "Life Has Changed." Yeah, some solid bars on it. I like the beat selection on it. Overall, pretty solid. It's kind of exactly what I expected from what I've heard from his previous work. So, definitely one of the tracks you should check out this week.
Man, I think that.
Shut up, Jack!
I think that Offset track with IDK was fucking banging. What do you think?
I want to get to that. We're going to talk about that. First, I want to touch on the Lucky EP. Lucky dropped 2 new tracks. Yeah, one called Lifestyle Brazy. Very catchy. I don't know if you're too familiar with his work, but it's
I've heard about him. Yeah.
Definitely very Lucky-esque. We talked about him. He had that track with Lil Yachty a couple weeks ago. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that was him. Yeah.
So it's kind of, he's kind of got this more depressive kind of shit. But it was actually crazy. I don't know if you've seen this, but like his last like biggest project that he released was called Free Wave 3, and the album cover to it is very reminiscent of My Flesh and My Blood, or what was that DMX? You know that one DMX album, My Flesh and My Blood, or In Flesh and
something like that. Yeah,
something like that, where he's covered in blood like that. Yeah. His cover for Free Wave 3 is like a mirror image of that. So when DMX died, I seen on Twitter that he like was posting about that, and I'm like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because Lucky is definitely slept on, man. Like a lot of people don't really know even what he's about.
From the UK, right?
No, he's from Atlanta. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah.
So I think about it someone else.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that one
guy that was
yeah. But yeah, I forgot what the other track is called, but Lifestyle Brazy was the one that really stuck out to me. He doesn't have very long songs, but overall is pretty good. I always love his artwork that he has for his albums or his projects. They're really creative and interesting. Like even the one that he had with Lil Yachty, that single, like the single like artwork for it was so cool.
Yeah,
it's called Greed, and it had like this like typewriter font that was staggered and had this like mouth with the smiling teeth. It was so cool.
Shit, that's really
it was so gritty. It was so cool. Really fucking with that aesthetic. So shout out Lucky for that one. But another one I want to touch on before we get to our track of the week was another Mad Ox single. Dude, this guy just doesn't stop,
He's
man.
not stopping, man. This guy
this time
he dropped out. This guy doesn't go to school.
Yeah.
Music full time, but at least you're making fucking money.
Exactly, man. And I'm sure he's making bands, man. He's all about his money. I remember the early interview. It's like, yeah, Matt, he just cares all about. Like, he loves counting his money. This kid was 13 years old. But yeah, he recently linked up with Cobain for the track Calabasas. And honestly,
we were listening to that. I like that one.
What's that?
We were listening to that one.
Yeah, like, and honestly, Matt had the fucking better verse. I don't know who this fucking Cobain is, but like, step your fucking game up, man, because you're getting outbarred by a fucking 16-year-old, man. Matt Ox is killing it, man. He's got the waves. He's got, he can write a hook for sure. and he's starting to come to form when it comes to his delivery and his flow and his different vocabulary that he's using in his rhymes. It's awesome to see. I love it.
Yeah.
So now that we got the preliminaries out of the way, yeah, man, this track, IDK
Offset.
with Offset, Shoot My Shot.
Man, that was a crazy track.
I didn't know what to expect. I've listened to IDK in passing, here and there.
Same,
I know
yeah.
what he's about, right? He's kind of more in that like Flatbush Zombies, kind of more like TDE kind of bracket in terms of like they're rapping,
Different.
rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the beat selection was crazy. I love the beat selection. That shit slapped. The snare was. I want to find that snare. That snare was incredible. Mastering was beautiful.
And the way even Offset was rapping, man.
Yeah,
This guy
Offset,
was-
like when he first came
was
on with his
rapping,
verse,
rapping.
I didn't know that was Offset. I was like, wait, this is Offset? Like he sounds like he could be someone on TDE. Like it was.
He had a lot of diction. He had a lot of like.
Exactly, he had a lot more diction. I was like, I didn't know Offset spoke like this. Like,
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Offset was rapping, like you said earlier.
Exactly.
He was rapping, man. That was a pretty good track, man. I feel like, because the thing is, IDK, he's been on my radar, really. Like,
Yeah.
Like you hear the little beep,
Yeah.
beep, but I never really checked for him, like what's going on over there, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people were like, man, this guy's a real artist. From what I've seen, like online and all that stuff, right? And then when I listened to this track, I'm like, this is what they were talking about. He even got Offset to like actually like
exactly.
fucking rap his fucking ass off. For
Exactly.
There's a better way to say it, but yeah, no.
He did the 21 Savage on his
Yeah,
Exactly.
That was a really good song. I like that song.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I mean, like, out of all the tracks that you listened to this week, what would you consider your favorite track? Because I definitely think this IDK track with Offset.
That one's definitely up there. But there was a lot of tracks on Slime Language too that I gotta listen to a couple more times, because I feel like a lot of these songs, I'm like, yo, man, I could fucking fuck with this.
I know,
like even
man.
a 21 Savage song on Slime Language too. I was like, man, that's 21. And then the Drake song, I was like, man, that's a fucking great Drake feature.
Okay, so out of Slime Language 2, what was your favorite track of that so far that you've heard?
Because I only listened to it once, I'm gonna say the Drake song was fucking.
Yeah, no, that's valid. That's valid. I'd say Paid the Fine is mine. Yeah. I think that's what it's called, Paid the Fine, with that YTB Trench guy. I don't know who he is. Kid is incredible.
What does YTB stand for?
I don't even know. Young Trap
Boy. Young Trap Boy.
Young Tinkle Boy. I don't know. But that's the thing. Thug always brings his like unknown artists. That's the thing. Like he brought to light like Gunna and shit like that. Like Gunna was in the With That music video back 6 years ago.
Yeah, we've seen that, yeah.
In the hood, before he had long dreads.
Young Thug, he bursts a lot of these guys.
Exactly. He is the father, right? And actually,
I
don't know if you've seen this, but I recently seen that Lil Wayne was in the studio with Young Thug again, so hopefully we get a third Lil Wayne and Young Thug collaboration. I'm really excited for that, so. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, man? This pretty much completes what we got to talk about today. So
I think that's it for this week, or like I guess today, because we're just banging episodes out.
We're banging them out, man.
So yeah, no, like thanks for watching. If you come this far, as I always say,
it really ever happens. We watch the analytics, so don't be fake, okay?
Don't say
watch it through.
You
don't have to even keep the volume on. Just watch it through.
We can tell if you
just
watched
turn it
2
down.
minutes and you turned it off. And you're like, okay, yeah, this banged. Yeah, so anyways, if you did make it this far, thanks for watching. We'll see you again, hopefully. If you subscribe, thanks for subscribing. If you're supporting us, thanks for supporting us. It's only going to get better. And what you got to say, Rob?
Basically, all I got to say is, keep tuning into us, man. Keep fucking with us. As always, we're looking for some feedback. Anything and everything we'll listen to. We'll read all the comments, You got some new music you want us to check out, hit us up in the DMs, hit us up in the comments, follow our Spotify playlist. We're working on the video element. One of these days we're gonna get the video element on the go, because I know you guys want to see our beautiful chiseled jaws and our stunning features. So if that's something you want to see, leave a comment, let us know, and maybe we'll kick our asses into gear and get a little bit more on top of that. But as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next episode.
Peace out.
Peace.